Good morning, YouTube. It's Diana from It's Only Makeup, and I'm here to show you how I got my simple foundation routine. This video is going to show you the products that I use and the steps that I take to do my foundation routine in the mornings. I use mostly MAC products. The base, the skin kind of care I use are Clinique products. It's very simple, very basic, very everyday. I do work in a corporate environment, so I do need to make my routine as easy and simple as possible because I don't really have like 30 minutes every morning to do my makeup. I could, but I'm not going to do that. I want my makeup to be very simple, very clean, very easy, and I wanted to make sure this tutorial was very easy for you because if you're gonna wear makeup, it needs to be something that you can do every day without thinking. It shouldn't have to be a task. If it's a task, you're not going to do it. I know that I'm not going to do it. So stay tuned for this look and you'll see all the products that I use, the brushes, my application. I just love makeup. I'm not a makeup professional. I just love doing it, and this is what I found to work for me over the years. I've actually used this routine for many years, and I just want to show you what I use and the products that I use. The things that I use are very affordable. I use basic things, MAC products, e.l.f. brushes, some Urban Decay stuff. So very simple, easy to get to products, and I want to show you what it looks like. Let me give you a little close-up here if you want to see a little bit better. But I have on the foundation, and I've also primed my eyes. I don't know how well you can see that, but everything's on. And stay tuned for the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a fabulous day, ladies. The first thing I do is I use Clinique clarifying lotion, and I just take that, put it on a cotton ball, and just wipe my face. The next thing I do is I go in with Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. So I take that, and it just goes all over very easily. It spreads very easily. So I usually just use a couple of dabs, and it goes all over. I go in with my face primer, which is just some milk of magnesia, and I just mark the bottom MOM, and I just put it in one of these little travel containers. I shake it up, and you really don't need that much. It goes a long way, so I just used about that much. You can see that, and I just dot it on and spread it out over my face. Helps with oilies. It keeps your makeup looking good, and it reduces, of course, the oily skin during the day. So I got all that done. The next thing that I do is I go in with my Studio Fix Plus Fluid from MAC in NC 42, and I put 2 pumps of this in a glass bowl, and I'm using my e.l.f. powder brush to stipple this on. So I spread this out all over my face as evenly as possible. Starting with the center and working out and down. Actually, I skipped a step. I actually usually spray the brush with a little bit of distilled water just to get it a little moist. So that's the step that I'm missing there. Apologize for that. And that actually helps it spread a little bit. And I really do love this MAC Studio Fix. It's a really creamy and silky foundation. It gives you as much coverage as you want. You can build it up if you want, but I really like it. I've tried several different, I kind of switch back and forth with some foundations, but this Liquid Studio Fix is actually the best for me. Now I go in with my concealer right here, and I use the MAC NC35 Studio Finish Concealer. So I use this one, hopefully you can see that. And then again, I use another e.l.f. brush. This is probably $3 at Target. I take the brush, I have my distilled water, a spray or two of the distilled water just to moisten the bristles a little bit. And then I go right in underneath and pat it and spread it around on my trouble areas, which is just underneath, just beneath my eye. And I just apply that until I get the coverage that I need. Some days, as you know, your dark areas are darker than usual, depending on what you've done, how tired you are. And I just go in with as much as I think I need to cover. And I go all the way up. My eye is watering this morning. Sometimes it waters and sometimes it doesn't, but today it's watering. But this is the routine that I use mostly every day. You can skip some of these steps if you you know, there's something about it that you don't like. Don't feel obligated to do the steps. But this is what I do every morning, and I find that it works for me. I'm going to go ahead and prime, since I'm doing a foundation routine, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes, so that way you can see what I do as the eye primer as well. I start out with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I love this little tube. It's just so convenient, more convenient than that other little funny shaped tube. And I add a little bit to each eye, spread it around. It's very creamy and silky, and it melts almost immediately when it goes on to your eye. So it's very easy to work with here. Just spread that around. That just gives me my base, my primer for my eye. And then I go in with the NYX eyeshadow base, and this is in Skin Tone. Hopefully you can see that. The NYX eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. And I put that on my mobile lid, the part of the eye that moves. So I just spread that around on my mobile lid. So I get some nice coverage, because that's where most of the color is going to go. So you want the color to stick to your lid. You want to make sure that you put your base on your lid. I put a little under my eye, because typically I do add some color underneath my eye. I don't go under my eye with a whole lot of eye pencils, because they do tend to melt and kind of run and give me that like dark look. So I typically use an eyeshadow under my eye so it stays in place. So that holds it in place. The last step of my foundation routine is I go in with the e.l.f. High Definition Powder, and this just sets the foundation. I use another e.l.f. Total Face brush. Hopefully you can see that. I use this e.l.f. Total Face brush, and it looks like that. And I use very little, because this just really sets it. You don't need a lot. Just get a little bit on the brush and go all over my face. That's what I get as my foundation. So if you have any questions, leave me comments. I'll be happy to answer those questions. But that's my simple foundation routine. Oh, the last step I do is I put this little EOS lip balm on my lips, just to start out the day. Just put a little bit of that on. And I'm pretty much done. When I do my eye makeup, I'll do my eyebrows. I do very, very little to my eyebrows, but I just usually put some gel on there. But watch the next tutorials and you'll get to see how I do the eye makeup.